Welcome to Seesaw's 12 Days of Christmas.
Gifting you guests this holiday season.
On the fourth day of Christmas, Seesaw gave to me blind tennis world number one, Naqi Rizvi.
We're back again, 12 Days of Christmas, 12 guests, and we've got another great one here, Naqi. Hello again.
Hello again. Good evening, good day, good afternoon, wherever you're listening and whatever time you're listening. Great to be back on this podcast.
Right, and I can't wait to hear all about what you've been doing, because we know from previous episodes you do a lot.
Well, let's hope I don't let you down.
That's great to have you, Naqi. So what have you been up to over the past year? How's 2023 been for you?
Yeah, it's been a really good, really blessed year for me in some ways. Obviously, every year has its challenges, and the situation in the world at the moment is incredibly tragic. So I've been not feeling great about that, and I pray for all the people suffering, especially those in Palestine. I really hope things get better, and I really hope that our world survives. The climate crisis and everything else that's happening. So that's been the downside, and obviously kind of some personal challenges, etc. But generally, on a sort of sports perspective, it's gone well. I had my big sort of tennis tournaments, and did really well. Got my parkrun PB, did the Berlin Marathon, and like a few global tournaments, etc. So yeah, it's been really good.
Amazing. Are you ranked one
Go
yet?
back to the tennis. I was going to say, go back to the tennis. That went well. Come on.
So we had the World Games, which were held in Birmingham, where we had about, I think, 1,300 athletes across sort of 10 different sports. And then the week after that, we had the World Championships, which were done by the International Blind Tennis Association. And I was really blessed. I won three gold medals. So I had 2 in Birmingham for singles and doubles, and then the singles in Poland, because there were no doubles. So yeah, got to become the world number one in blind tennis, which is something I'd been praying for a long time and working really hard on. So super grateful that happened. And yeah, it's been amazing. And then in November, I had the Nationals, where I was defending my title from the past 2 years. So I got to win the UK Nationals for a third time in a row. So really happy on that front.
Incredible.
It's really good. And then, as I said, I did the Berlin Marathon at the end of September. So it was actually quite hard training for the tennis and the marathon, sort of similar-ish time, July, August. But luckily it worked out. It was a good race. It was horribly busy, so I couldn't quite run at my pace, and I couldn't quite run the way I had practiced with my guide. But it was still good. We still enjoyed it, and enjoyed like an international crowd and an international city.
Fantastic. I do love Berlin. When I was younger, and it's a great city full of nutcases. From what I remember, like it's unlike any other city in Germany. Similar to London, I imagine that.
London's full of nutcases.
Yeah,
absolutely. Not quite sure if I mean, if you count marathon runners as nutcases, then I would definitely agree with you on that.
Yeah, I definitely would, Naqi, to be fair, but that's just my disposition towards running.
Oh, come on.
No, archery is more my game, apparently. I've never done it, but I've been told it would probably be my game. I just get to
you definitely pointed with your jokes, so you definitely
So what else has been going on other than the sport? Like, I've been busy with all of your other endeavours, because like Celine said, you're very busy.
Well, it's mainly sports and work and family, etc. So it's not been that much. I kind of changed roles. I wasn't quite enjoying what I was doing, so I was like, let's have a bit of a change. So I'm still in the same company and all that, but I just changed departments into something that I'm not so familiar with. So a bit of an opportunity to learn, meet new people, and work with a different set of customers. So that's sort of always exciting. So it's just been a month now, so still feeling quite new, and yeah, looking forward to sort of getting more stuck into things as I learn a bit more and get a bit more responsibility.
Nice.
So,
do you have much time off over the next couple of weeks?
I don't know. I'm working over the Christmas period, but I will be taking a week and a half off to see my family in the Middle East at the beginning of Jan. And then I come back and it's my birthday. So That will be good, hopefully. I mean, as you get older, you kind of feel, oh my God, again. But and you got to make the most of it.
Do anything over the actual Christmas period? You got work parties or anything like that?
No, so we actually had our Christmas do on the 29th of November. So they were like,
What?
I know, let's
That's
get in there
early.
early. But
Yeah.
I don't quite like those kinds of things because they can be incredibly loud, especially like our team is 160 people, like the wider team.
Wow.
And so many people in a place is just incredibly loud. And then when people have had a few drinks, they get even louder. So I don't quite like that. But they also had, stupidly, clay pigeon shooting. And I'm like, I won't be any good at that unless the pigeons make a hell of a noise, which they didn't. So I wasn't no good at that. But it was all right. I'm not the biggest fan of Christmas dues and stuff like that because number one, I don't drink. But number two, I find those environments incredibly noisy and very, very hard to kind of focus and have any semblance of competition other than small talk and lame jokes. And neither of those are up my street.
Is that similar for New Year as well then?
Well, we don't do any work, like from a work perspective, any parties on New Year's, but like with my parkrun obsession a little bit, every country is allowed to do some extra parkruns, not on a Saturday. So the UK does a parkrun on Christmas Day and New Year's Day. So I've almost never been here on those days. So this will be the first time in a long time. So I'm hoping to do my parkruns if I can manage to find a guide. And also very excitingly, I will be moving homes just before Christmas. I'm sure that will keep me busy. So not moving very far, just sort of 10 minutes up the road.
Oh, so what's lined up next year? Like sport wise, life wise, what have you got in the works for 2024?
That is a great question. Well, only God knows what life has in store, but I really hope from a sports perspective it will be more tennis tournaments. Obviously, the tennis season begins in sort of March, April time, at least the local season. And then I hope that we'll have a few more international tournaments, which I hope I can get some funding for. Goalball is already in swing, so I've got a tournament in January. And then every year I try and do sort of a parkrun PB if I can. So I'll be hopefully training for that. And if an opportunity arises to do sort of another marathon, would love to. Definitely fancy some half marathons, etc. So that's kind of planned for sports, not really planning any new sports. I mean, I do normally go to Norway for a ski trip in March, so I'm hoping if that goes ahead, I'd love to go back. I've gone there for the last 3 times when they've had it, and it's such a fun trip. And like, I can't, rate that enough. It's just absolutely incredible the way they factor in the accessibility and all the other fun activities that you can do and the wide variety of things that you can get involved with. It's actually really, really, really good. And then hopefully from a work perspective, obviously hope to get more stuck in if I can find an opportunity externally or find something else. Would love to see if I can pursue that as well. And hopefully try and develop myself professionally and personally and support a few causes that I'm passionate about, obviously around sight loss, but also other things that I've done in the past around a food drive for homeless people, which I always got a lot of joy in. And I really, really hope we're going to finally have a decent summer because it's been pretty crap the last year or two. And I really hope we're going to get a nice solid spell of warm, dry, not windy weather.
Absolutely. And what about TED Talks? Are you going to get one of those smashed out next year as well?
I haven't done one for a good 6-7 years now, so if you can find me one, let's do it. But I've still done a little bit of public speaking, like as and when I've been asked to. It's not been something top of mind for me so much, but if an opportunity arises, I do find some of those things are absolutely incredible. Like someone asked me to give a talk at a school between, I think it was year 6 to year 12 or something. And this was in May of this year, if I'm not mistaken. And it was honestly such an incredible experience because you get to speak to these, people who are still forming their thoughts, are very curious, have lots of different ideas. And I really, really try to emphasize, guys, you can ask me absolutely anything you want, like nothing is out of bounds. And it was really good because they came up with some really, really good questions. Obviously, I don't remember what they were now, but I do remember coming out of that talk feeling so energized and feeling like, wow, these, when I was in their shoes, like it was such a fun time. All you had to worry about was homework and all that stuff. Nothing else to care about. And I really hope that they have an amazingly bright future in front of them. So it's always good to speak to adults and stuff, but I think speaking to children and teenagers and stuff is in some ways even more rewarding because, they're still probably dealing with their own challenges of, puberty, or trying to figure out who they are, of constraints in the house with curfews and parents and, having some sort of thoughts of what they want to do later on. So I find that kind of stuff really rewarding as well. So I hope more opportunities in that space can come around. Fingers crossed.
Amazing. Well, it's been great to get an update from you, Naqi, and
Thank
to be
you.
a part of the 12 days of Christmas. And we hope to do this in years to come as well. But we'll
That'd be
definitely
nice.
get you back and huge congratulations on the gold medals and getting world number one. We knew you were going to get it. Like, come on, let's be fair.
Oh, come on. I
We
didn't
had
bribe any of
faith.
the umpires, I promise. I didn't bribe any of them. So I don't know if I would admit that. There was a point in the World Championships where I genuinely thought I've lost it now because it was in the semi-finals against one of the guys I played in the past, and I lost the first set, and I felt really demoralized, and I had to really, really give myself a pep talk and sort of pull myself back up. And it took a lot to kind of win the second and third sets after a while. But it's just one of those things. All of those experiences teach you so much and teach you a lot more about who you are in times of crises and difficulties. So I do hope, that people can reflect on some of those situations when they happen and just think about what it made you feel, how you can respond in a better manner the next time. Because with most things in life, including sports, it's all about your attitude. Well, not all about it, but a lot to do with your attitude and how you cope in that situation. Because once you mentally start to go into a negative spiral, your physical abilities and your technique go out of the window as well. So think about it the next time you're in a difficult situation.
Inspiring words to end with. But have a fantastic winter season, Naqi.
Thank you. You guys as well. And I'll send
Thank
you my
you.
address if you want to send Santa. I hope he's not blind because he might not find the way, but the sighted one, yeah.
Thanks, Naqi, and we'll chat to you really soon.
Pleasure. Take care.
Thank you for listening to Seesaw's 12 Days of Christmas.
We hope you've enjoyed catching up with our guests as much as we have, and we look forward to bringing you many more in 2024.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from all of us at Seesaw.